Hello, hello. I'm going to try to log into my Twitch client on iOS so I can read the chat without flipping back and forth, except this may not work because I do not remember my password. And it like it makes it erases the whole thing every time I toggle out of the field. It's disgusting. And then it tries to like robot detect me. I have no idea what my password is. I don't want to reset it on stream. Maybe I'll just go into my chat here as an audience. No, because the Twitch app doesn't even work as a guest. There's no option to just be a guest. That's so lame. It's so lame. Well, wasn't that password? I guessed it. I guessed it. But now they said they sent a text message but then it didn't. Resend code, please. Sent. There we go. Okay, submit. Okay, now I could go to my own channel after all that. My channel. Chat. Okay. We are online. I bet nobody has typed in chat. Oh, somebody did. The frames are back. Yes. We paid the micropayments for more frames. Actually, I just bailed on that hotel and went to a different one that has internet that goes in both directions. And then I have eaten almost everything in the mini bar, and they didn't restock it today. So I'm down to the peanut M&Ms in the mini bar. That's good stuff. And then as soon as I want to see if I can heat up some tea in this room, and we'll start one way or the other. Oh yeah, we got a tea kettle. The only herbal tea they have is chamomile, which is terrible, and this is the size of their cup, which is like, it's not appropriate for the size of my hand. Smells good though. Smells fresh. Hello, people who are showing up. We have, just checking, make sure my desktop is going. We have test case here that doesn't work, that the people have told us about. And it would be a good idea to know what's going on. Okay. In a previous stream, I believe I did it on stream, I deleted this hash table that we had in here. And that has a secondary effect of re-breaking some code that we didn't think about it, basically. So now I gotta make it work. As we no longer have a hash table mapping nodes to code nodes, mapping asts. If we try to export something already exported, we won't generate a new tree. And return one that is possibly incorrect. So we have to copy our inputs no matter what. If we change to some representation where, if we change once again to some representation where the exported pointer is not stored on the ast, we can probably get rid of this copying step. See, this is the kind of knowledge in code that gets lost. Like if I didn't write this, whoever 10 years from now inherits the compiler empire is not going to know that this work is unnecessary that's being performed here, and then the compiler will be slower than it should be. So we must write the note. And then we must do the thing. You know, the thing. We'll put a defer on that. Wow, I'm having a lot of M&Ms. How's it going, people? How's your Saturday night? What is up with your Saturday? "4:37 a.m. Insomnia. TI finals. You know, I started trying to watch the close to finals last night, and all the casters wearing masks was just super weird. I mean, I guess I know why they did it, but like, it's hard to watch. Hard to watch. Is the finals like, does that start in like 2 hours or whatever? Or is there a day's delay? Because like some years they would do all the games and then there would be like a day off and then there would be the best of five. Is that how it is? Or is it tonight? A great comedy show. What comedy show? I am here in Austin, Texas, and comedian Ryan Long did a show here, and I see his stuff on YouTube sometimes. So I was like, hey, I'll just go to this show, and it was a good show. I was glad I went. His cohort Danny, actually, I think his name's Danny. Like his set was not as like dense in terms of number of jokes, but he had a few jokes that were just brutal. Like, it's interesting how their styles are really different. The semis and finals are tonight. Wow. Okay. So there's like a best of three, and then whoever wins the best of three has to also win a best of five while they're super tired. That's how it works. Chris Porter. I don't know who Chris Porter is. No idea. Upper bracket advantage. Yeah. Yeah. Not sure if his show is still up on Netflix. Does Netflix take down comedy now? I mean, I guess we'll find out with the Dave Chappelle thing. Like, I know they said that they wouldn't, but like, you know, they never sent out the mission focused company email back when Coinbase did. So they've got people working for them who want to control the agenda of what gets shown on Netflix. Witness, we never did a VR version because some of the puzzles just wouldn't be like you really want games that are designed for VR, and Witness was not designed for VR. You haven't had a Facebook account for 2 years? An Oculus account is a Facebook account. You just don't know it. Okay. So, got to remember how to use the copier. Wait. What? Lol. We're setting up the copier here. We're not copying anything anymore. All right. We just do a thing. Okay. So we do this, we copy the thing, and then down here, we say to export Varjo is going to do some event. Is that a VR company? Is that a funky name that says we are a VR company, but we're cool because we're called Varjo? They probably have some sort of shadow stuff going on. I mean, maybe, but no matter what, like they own the account, right? Like they're mining it for data, um, even if it's not mirrored on Facebook, right? All right. Oh my goodness, it worked the first time. Look at that. Easy clap. Well, maybe that's the end of the stream. No, I don't know. We'll do some stuff here. Okay, so here we need to say do this. Yeah, let's do this. The code that was passed as an argument as a null in the closing scope. Maybe that should actually be legal. Okay. Okay. Are the frames coming through? Let's see, how we doing for frame drops? 0 dropped frames. That is much better than the other hotel. Much better. I'm officially a good influencer. Awesome. GG's. Too much FPS. Well, Sag. 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 T over. It's getting low. It's getting low. It's a very dainty cup. It is very dainty. Uh-oh. I bet that tripped my new error. I bet that trips. I bet this has a null and closing scope. Get rect example. That's weird. All right. Crash. Okay, that's bad. But Okay, it didn't totally work the first time. It just mostly worked. Ouch. Crash. Okay. I mean, we could just see where it crashes. Yeah, I guess it's only crashes. Like nobody actually triggered this. I bet we have. Oh yeah, because it could be code comma null, right? Um, um, so we return an expressions array. Let's just do a null literal. I mean, I don't know what we do here. Let's just say maybe that's not the right activity. I don't actually know. That looks like it crashed again. Oh my goodness. We have looped too much. We have officially over looped. This is not a good thing to do. It is not a good thing to do. So this is a code pointing at itself. No. Let's see. This is exported to a procedure call. Okay. Code. Oh, you know what? I commented out the old. Okay. I forgot about some things that I had done. Lol. That needs to stay there, I bet. That I did back at the cafe when I didn't know how it was. There we go. Okay. It did probably really work, the thing that we did there. It's just I had done something before that off stream that broke. Recursions are always fun to debug. Yeah, but if you know your system and you know what it's probably doing, it's not hard. Like, again, you know, it's like Karl Rove said, if you're explaining, you're losing. The programmer version of that is if you're debugging, you're losing. You don't want to be debugging. You just want to look at the program and type in the answer to your bug. You don't want to like spend forever in the debugger. You spend just long enough to figure out what the problem is, and then you eliminate the problem. All right. when you can. I can't always do that, but I try to build that skill so I can do it more and more often. Okay. Let's make a repro case out of this. What do I call this one? Compiler get nodes did not export correctly. All right. Just going to rebuild all the tests and make them again. Boom, ba boom, boom, boom. Boom, ba boom, boom, boom. Really cranking it. Turning the crank. Splanking the mank. Granking the prank. Schmoonking the prunk. Gneeking the blinking. Okay, well, let's actually make sure we get this in the commit. We're going to say fixed compiler get nodes returning an empty result when exporting something that had already been exported. Okay, here we go. Dang it. I knew I was having a flat, like, oh, I should check to make sure I got all the no check-ins. No check-in. Oh, yeah, because this, it doesn't frickin' copy. So, like, let's test that, which I'm sure works. So here it's like, hello, people who are arriving. Hello, arriving people. Okay, this is good news. Now I'm going to go into high security mode for a second. And I want to know if there's another good email that we could check. This is fixed in the next beta. Okay, thank you for that report. Ah, this one. This one. Okay. This one would be important to fix for this beta for sure. We will come back out of high security mode. And let's look at that. Okay, so for some reason, emit debug info is crashing us. This might have been fixed inadvertently, or not inadvertently, but it might have been already detected because it reminds me of something, but let's see. Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look-see. Stack Over. It's the day of Stack Overflows. You know, my computer is telling me you're not good at programming, so go to Stack Overflow. I wonder. I might delegate this one. Because when there's no debug info, it's very annoying to try to figure out even what is going on. I mean, can I tell anything about it? Probably not. I mean, this is the top of some frickin' function. Okay, wait. Oh, that x64 also crashes. Wait, does he set backend explicitly? No. Did we do the paid beta yet? No, we have not, as predictable, I guess. I've just had a lot of other things pressing on me time-wise, so I haven't been able to do it. But we're still looking to do it. Still looking to do it. But you will get even more value because you will also get the value that we are doing today when that comes up. Look at all the value you're going to get. Okay, so why? Okay, it's Let's just turn this off. Doesn't matter. Interesting. $70K worth of garlic coins. I wish I had $70K worth of garlic coins. What if whenever you compile your program, it runs the CPU extra hot for a second and creates the smell of garlic that wafts out of your computer? That would be good, right? That would be good. Okay, what could be going wrong here? I mean, I could binary search the code. This is likely to cause big problems, but let's put a return right there. Not enough values. Yeah, I guess true. I don't know. I don't even remember what we're returning. Okay, so we get the foo, and we don't crash. Put it done there. Put it done there. There we go. Okay. So it is something about printing the item. Does print item to builder call itself? I could use an assembly block to mark this function so that we could see. If this is the thing. That's overkill. I just want to make sure I spot it. Oops. Oopsie. Okay. Type 0. So we are, type 0 is uninitialized. No, it's integer. Wait, what? Yeah, so we're recursing through here. Wait, it didn't. Didn't seem like it. Why are we writing so many 42s? Oh no. Okay. This switch statement thing. So there were some optimizations that were put into this code that seemed to be causing problems, and then they were supposedly reverted. But this bug that we are seeing seems like it could have been the result of that kind of a thing. It's like, why would debug info matter here? Wait, the corrupted type tag 3. That was weird, right? Because type 3 is string, which is the first one. So it's like we somehow didn't even get there. Do switch statements completely not work with debug info off? What's going on? Emit debug info. I don't see. Okay, why do we want to know the then lexical block index? Okay, this bullshit right here. That might be it. I don't, like, I'm sure I wrote something here originally that made sense. Does nobody use that? Yeah. That was just for this code, so we're going to make some gains if we remove it. Let's just do a no check-in to clean up these comments. Let's hope this works better. Boom. Boom. Let's make sure we didn't leave any changes in there. yes. I deleted that comment, but we want to do that. Okay, that's fine. So, all right, we made some gains right there. Okay. I will send a little email to someone on the team. Dude, Gmail is so bad now at completing. Like sometimes it just won't complete email addresses. Like it just, the completion doesn't kick in. And like, because I complete people's addresses usually, sometimes I just don't know what they are anymore, and then it refuses to complete. Like, what am I even supposed to do? Now I have to go manually looking. Okay. So it's still in the code and was causing a crash in print when debug info was disabled. I guess that also means we don't have a test case with debug info disabled. Would be useful to add it. I am about to check in a fix for this along with a repro. Okay. Just anytime you delete a little bit of someone's code, it's a good thing to tell them why. Okay. We had already discussed this and we knew it was a problem. I thought we had actually deleted all that code because I remember disabling some of it, but I guess I didn't get all of it. It was just, there was this idea of how to optimize switch statements and it wasn't quite right. It was all. Okay. So let's make a repro case out of this. This is going to be regression. Ensure disabling debug info works. How do you show what's going to happen? Status? I just don't want to know about the question marks. I don't remember how to search in Windows. Wait. Quick Lambda Paul. Oh, that's not checked in. Bad news bears. I'm just going to manually scan with my eyeballs and probably miss some. Okay. Camera is very flattering tonight, so you're telling me I usually look ugly. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. This is a different webcam. We have a very bright light, I guess. Let's turn that down. How is that? How is that? It looks like it's just very blurry, actually. Maybe flattening means blurry to you. Flattering. No, I could pipe that output to a file and search in Emacs if I want to. By looking better? No, I don't think this image looks nearly as good as my home camera. Are you kidding me? It looks different, but like it's not as high of a quality image. I don't think. Okay. It's from a different angle. I don't know. I don't know. All right. So I think I added this. Yeah. Where am I at? I am at Austin, Texas. Enjoying a free life in a free town where people don't have to wear masks in order to exist. Unlike San Francisco, where it doesn't matter whether you're vaccinated, you have to wear 5 masks also and be vaccinated in order to go indoors and eat a bagel. It's very sad. Very sad. All right. Fixed crashing when debug info is disabled. Fixed crashing and if equals when debug info is disabled. Like this really is probably enough to deliver value to the people. I'm not gonna lie. Come on, it's so lame. Windows is so lame. I closed my email. Closed my email. Okay. This is fixed in the next beta. Boom. Boom. Okay, do we do one more? I kind of don't feel like doing one more. I kind of like delivering value to the people. I don't know if anyone answered the dodo question. What is the dotes? 2 a.m. Wait, best of 3? The finals is a best of 3? No. What? That can't be accurate. What kind of bullshit is that? $18 million. Give me $18 million. Oh wait, that must have been the lower bracket final. So they just didn't list the best of 5, right? The one after that is the final is best of 5. I see. But wait. So this is in Central Time, which I guess is where I am. So it's literally 2.5 hours from now. I would have to stay up to see the start. I don't think I'm going to stay up that late. Why are they doing Dota in Europe when all the good teams are from US or China? Like Secret is US and Spirit is China, right? And then who's the upper bracket finalist? U is kind of neutral ground, yeah. No. Nope. Yeah, Team Spirit's China, right? No, Russian. Okay. I didn't know that. All right, well that's cool. So I can't. Okay. Wait, I don't have a horizontal scroll bar. Like, nobody gives a shit about people who are on PCs now. It's like, how am I, oh, there it is. It's in the middle. I was looking for it on the bottom of the page. All right. So, okay. So, LGD is going to play somewhat. That's not that surprising. So it's either China versus Russia or China versus US is what we're saying. One of those two things will happen. All right. Probably not going to stay up for the lower bracket. It's, you know what, every year it gets harder and harder to understand what's going on anyway. Like, as someone who doesn't actually play the game, I just watch the international sometimes. Like, the team fights get harder and harder to watch, and I don't think it's because what's going on is much more complex. It's just the timers are all shorter, and like for some reason the effects are harder to watch. I don't know if they beef them up or something, but it's too spammy. And like, I think maybe just the specific ultimates and stuff, that whatever's in the meta lately is just less, it's just less followable. I don't know. So like, I have no idea what's going on in a team fight. I just sort of watch and some dudes go down and I'm like, okay. Whereas in the older days, if you go back to like TI4 or something, you had like, so Sunstrike was big around then, I think, right? Maybe not that far back, but you know, like people would be sunstriking people who were like fleeing engagements and stuff. And that's very easy to see. There would be like chronosphere would be a big thing. And it's like, it's just very obvious what these things are, right? But like now it's just, there's just a bunch of crap. Like even on the characters, you can't even see the shapes of the characters anymore because they're like covered in particle effects all the time. So you can't even tell who it is half the time, right? Yeah, the heroes have become harder to identify. Yeah, I agree with that. Way harder. Way harder. How does argument passing work in compile time execution? In dump, it seems like the call bytecode instruction copies the registers holding the args into the new registers stack. So what you see in dump is the same bytecode. Like there's not different bytecode for compile time execution and runtime execution. So what you see there is basically that's the calling convention. Um, the calling convention is discussed a little bit in the how-tos, right? But basically, um, what's going on there is anything that's considered a small value, which is any non-struct that's 8 bytes or less, right? Um, that is just stored in those registers by value, right? And so it gets copied into the new function by value. Anything that's a struct uh, or anything else bigger than 8 bytes, which is mainly structs and strings, um, then that register that you see copied is the pointer to it. The only competitive games you can follow are Team Fortress 2. I don't know, like Apex Legends is not that hard to watch and understand what's going on, for example. And that's first person, so it should be a lot harder. But like, I can watch an Apex match and understand what's happening. I cannot watch a Dota match and understand what's happening. It's just nutballs. Overwatch, not really. I mean, Overwatch is it's situational. Like when there's not that much happening in Overwatch, you can understand what's happening. But like Overwatch degenerates into this like giant dog pile of everybody on the final point where you're trying to push the cart or whatever versus the entire team and the respawn timers are really low. So it's just like spam, 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 spam forever right there. It's like, yeah, you can't tell what's going on. I can't tell what's going on when I play Overwatch. All right. Yeah, I feel like Overwatch was less spammy when it was first released. I don't know why it got more spammy. I don't know if people just figured out that that's how you play the game, or if just it was tuned so that spamming became more effective. I don't know. But I remember, when I first played the game, I was like, oh, it's kind of fun the way pressure mounts as you get closer to the enemy base, but it's not terrible. But then, like, maybe even a couple of months after that, it was just like getting the cart to the end was just horrible spam every time. It was not enjoyable, right? It was not enjoyable. You like watching Warzone? I don't know. Warzone is pretty boring because for me, I don't don't know. It's just tuned in a way that it's a low consequence game, and TTK is very fast, and eh, it's just missing a lot that comparable games are not missing. Warzone feels like every gun is the same laser. I mean, they have some differentiation, but yes, Warzone would be better with much more recoil. I think that I agree with that. The problem is like the problem is that because mouse and keyboard is such a superior control device, like you can put recoil into your game if it's controlled with mouse and keyboard, right? If it's controlled with gamepad, which Call of Duty is still targeting because such a large percentage of the market is on consoles, um, you kind of can't really recoil compensate that well, I don't think. Like it's just a lot harder and you have to do it differently. And then you're probably kind of doing auto aim on the recoil compensation. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there's a good way to do high recoil if someone tried hard enough and they just haven't because they want everybody to feel cool, right? But yeah, there's just not as much skill in the shooting part of Call of Duty compared to some of these other games. Okay, what am I even doing here? Um, I think that we're gonna run a Ubuntu thing, and we could actually deliver this value to the people. Did we check in? Yes. Ubuntu. Okay. Don't get why consoles didn't invent a controller for FPS. I don't know. I mean, it's fine. Like, obviously, people play FPSs on console with a gamepad and enjoy it. Um, I don't know. I think it would be better with a good version of Steam controller with a trackpad, right? So you could do mouse kind of stuff. But maybe people were just not sufficiently motivated ever to do that. I don't know. Yeah, they have no idea how much every game aims for them. Yeah. Well, on Apex, people, it's kind of come to light, right? Because there's crossplay, and everybody knows that when you fight controller players in Apex, you kind of get beamed, right? So that's like a meme. All right, well, this looks successful. So I think we're going to bump the version number and check it in after we run x64 tests. Very good. Okay. This is 16 October 2021. We're going to commit, bump the version number for the beta. Boom. Gonna go on back over here. We're gonna update again. We're gonna see make. Enjoy the storms in Texas. There was a lightning storm the other day. I liked it. Yeah. Like, I really don't mind rain if it's warm out when it's raining. And I like lightning and high levels of wind. Okay. Just running the tests again, just to be a little paranoid. Bam. We're just really doing it. All right. Update the Linux binary. Okay. That is that. We get the Ubuntu. Okay. Okay. Why is all my text blue? Sag. What was the situation with UFCS? There is no such thing in this language, because why would you do that to yourself? Why would you make unnecessarily different ways of calling the same functions and complicate your life when those don't really do anything useful? All right. I know back in my original presentation, I considered it. I was like, oh, we probably should do this. And yeah, in retrospect, as I worked on the problem, I was like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. Oh man, it says the upload's gonna take 4 minutes. 3 minutes. Let's come out of high security mode for those 3 minutes and just chilling. Well, everybody, we have delivered value to the people. While this is uploading, I could start a new changelog entry. We have delivered 88 betas to the people. That's a lot of betas. So many betas. How many betas in a sigma? I mean, would you rather fight 100 horse-sized betas or 100 beta-sized sigmas? You just like your IDE providing you a list of function calls after inserting the dot after variable name. Can you possibly think of any other way that that functionality might work? Like everybody says that, and it's like, come on, people. Come on, people. And also, you know, when you do that, you don't actually realize how limiting it is, actually, right? Because I don't know. Because it implies that data owns functions, and that leads to bad programs. We're still uploading. Mostly go to definition. I use that sometimes. Your FCS sounds like, are you making a new language conform? I don't know. I mean, the thing you got to realize is, I don't know. That's actually not quite true. I was about to say it's just a lot of people are only ever taught object-oriented languages, but that's not really true because they also get taught JavaScript, right? So, like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Does JavaScript have dot calls now? Like, I guess I don't even know if they added that. Do we have namespaces? Yes, we certainly do. All right. I am now going to send an email to the people. I'm going to say, hello, people. Hello, 117 beta users. New compiler beta. Paste the link. Put in the changelog. And there we go. Set. Okay. That is a GG's. That is a GG's. What's going on, people? I might just go to bed now. It's midnight here in Texas town. Anyone have any questions about what we were doing with the various bug fixes we did, whatever they were? I kind of forget which ones they were, but, well, there was definitely this one. There was this one. Did I report fix for that? Did I send the email to the person? Let's see. Let's see. I think I did. I'm just checking some more emails. We can play a game, maybe. I don't really have anything I want to play right now. Like we definitely have some emails that people sent us about, like, hey, do you want to try this this particular, you know, like about the game critique thing that I sent out. It's just tonight when I'm starting to get a little tired because it's late is not the right time to like do an intelligent critique of someone's game. So I think I'm going to go to bed. But thank you everybody for showing up. We did how long? It's just an hour and a half stream, just a little stream. We did our thing. Have a good Saturday night, Sunday day, whatever time it is where you are. And I'll probably stream some more on this trip, but then I get back on Tuesday night, and then I'm back on my regular setup at that point. See you, everybody.